Hello everybody and welcome to this promotional video for our exclusive tour text guides and the ultimate tournament text guides that we do offer for your Golf Clash game. Before we take a closer look at the guides, make sure that you do hit that like button. Also subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications to easily navigate through this video. Because the video is a little bit longer, use the timestamps in the description down below if you're not interested to hear it all. Then you can go directly to watch the ultimate tour guide, but also the exclusive tour text guide, depending on what you're interested in. So July month is starting and we are super pleased with how it went in June. We had a record-breaking month in June with medals for Pro, Expert and Master. How do you measure that, Tommy? We can't really measure that in more than what people reach out to tell us. Right, so in the end, comparing to people that has reached out previous month to, June month is a record-breaking month for us, and we are so pleased because we have changed format in our tournament guides. We have made sure that we're adding all the details, such as wind angle tweaks and other type of stuff that could be useful to the different guides to help you not just get a great guide, but become a better player. Because that is what we strive for. We want you to become a better Golf Clash player. That's my goal with all the content that I do. It doesn't matter if I do paid content or free content. My goal with it is that you will benefit from it. And obviously, if it's free content or paid content, once again, it doesn't matter. I want you to benefit from it. And that is something that we have seen here now. And as the years has passed, we have made guides for so long. We know how to do guides. We have the best format there is to follow. I don't think anyone can argue with that. We do have shots that has been worked through so much that we know the majority of the details of that shot. We can obviously never promise that you're gonna drop a shot because we still need to hit perfect, we still need to pull our rings in a great way. But what we can give you though is that we can offer you a guide that we know that if you execute well, you have a chance to win in every single division in whatever tier you're playing. And that is something that we are very proud with. In this video, I will go through some of the guides that we do have and also show you the new format that we do have in the tournament guide. Also display to you those little tweaks that we do that might not others are doing, but is so valuable for you as a player. In the end though, we have the pro guide that is made by Ben Kennedy and the Shot Creator team. We do have the expert guide that is made by Brandon Burke, which is one of the best players in the world, and our shot creating team. Then Master Guide, that is my focus. That is what I have my full focus on. Obviously, I'm a backup to Ben and Brandon if they need me, but the important part with me saying that to you is that we have one world-class player focusing on one division. We don't have a split focus. Because when you have a split focus, what happens then? It's because then, it's not going to be as good as when you do have a full focus. I'm very, very pleased with the structure that we do have, and you're going to notice that as well. We offer obviously Telegram chats, which we recommend to everyone to get into, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit later as well. Again though, enough talks about that, and we're going to go and take a look at our ultimate tournament guides here. So on this page, patreon.com/golfclashtommy, you can find all of our packages here, and you can find, all from just $2 a month up to, our Clan Deluxe package that we do have here at the bottom. The Clan Deluxe package is sold out, and which we are obviously very pleased with. You can see that the currency is displayed in my currency, which is Swedish, and it will be displayed in the currency you have depending on where you live and stuff like that. So have that in mind. So if it looks weird here, just check out the page and you will see it in your currency, and that's going to be easier for you to follow. So when it comes to the tournament guide packages, we do have the ultimate tournament guide package for Pro, Expert and Master single division package if you want to have that. We then have, for those of you that are looking to have all three divisions, ultimate tournament text guide package there. And the little bigger package obviously includes more. Then we do have the Diamond package, that we have Diamond package for Pro, Expert and Master. All of them in this case includes both tournament guide and also tour guides, which has been probably our best seller when it comes to June month. We have the diamond pack for all divisions plus a shootout guide, so you get all divisions and then also a shootout guide as well per month. When it comes to the tour guides, we have exclusive tour shootout guides. We do have that one here where it only includes tour play stuff. And when it comes to the what do we have, the double. I'm gonna look for that one. Where would you have that one? I can't find that one just right there. Exclusive tour double shootout guide. There we do have those of you that do want to have 2 tour guides per month instead of just one, because there are plenty of players that do play multiply tours and want to have more than just one guide. So here you do have all the packages. You choose whatever you like. If you want to get 2 months for free, you then go and pay annually. 16% is 2 months, so that's, I counted myself, yeah. So then you pay annually. Otherwise, join in the fun, improve your game. So let's go and take a look at our tournament guides and then also our tour guides, so you can see how they look. So, when it comes to our ultimate tournament guides, we do offer for Pro, Expert and Master for as little as $15 per month. And what's included then is that everything when it comes to the big tournaments are included, meaning that we are obviously adapting the guides for qualifying round wind, opening round wind, and then also weekend round wind. And that is something that we do very quickly. We do release the qualifying round guide already at 10 p.m. Central European Time on Monday, which is 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for those of you that are New York time based. When it comes to the opening round, we do have the front 9 coming on 10 p.m. Eastern Central European Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So on Thursday, front 9, back 9, 9 a.m. Central European Time on Friday, and that's 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We split it up to make sure that our players and our followers can play the front 9 on Thursday already, and then they can play the back 9 on Friday. We don't want to release everything already on Thursday because there is unfortunately not enough time to provide a high quality guide that will get you there already on Thursday. That's why we split that up. Weekend round guide, we do have the full 18 holes of Pro, as all the holes change wind in Pro. Only 9 holes in Expert change wind, and we release all of them already on Saturday, the same day as we do get the new winds, but Saturday approximately around 10 to 11 p.m. Central European Time, which is the same as somewhere between 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There you do have the schedule, and obviously you can read more about that on patreon.com/golfclashtommy. And obviously if you do have questions in any shape or form, you can always send us an email or send us a direct message on Patreon. So let's start to take a look at a par 3 guide in Expert here. You can see that it is Expert due to the color coding. We work a lot with colors, trying to display in a simple way possible, because again, Expert does have a color, then Pro and Master have their own color. It makes it easier to follow and to understand what division you are having and what division we are talking about. First and foremost, we do have the main text, and you can see the tee shot, the aim, the spin, and the adjustment. And then we do basically describe everything that you do need for the particular shot without obviously thinking about the pictures, but we're gonna come to the pictures as well. In the top left corner, we do suggest specific balls, always in a visual way, and then also then in text way as well, to give you what type of power, side spin, wind resistance that we somewhat are suggesting. When it comes to the wind, we do have the wind arrow that comes that on the top left, and then we do have obviously in a text form, so E means east. We have the aerial hole picture that is on below the ball box and the wind box, and the reason we do have a picture like that is to, you know, very easy know what hole we're actually going to play, because some of us might not have been playing this game for super duper long, or might just not know all the courses. It's good to have a visual hole pick there to go with. One thing that we do have on our par 3s that we have bundled in on the par 4s and the par 5 as well is a shot structure box. The reason that is important is that every time you're going to play a shot, you always have a structure. You either put spin first or you put the landing position first. Let's say that we would have a guide that would be based on that you put spin first to be able to find the correct landing position. If you would then not know, you might would go in and try to find the landing position without adding spin, which would cause you to lose valuable seconds, and it will also cause you to stress, and that may result into a great ball or just a bad adjustment and you miss due to that. And in the end, that's why we have the shot structure box to display to you what structure we do want you to set up your shot to help you not feel the pressure of losing time, and also feel comfortable with that you do the right thing. On the par threes, especially when it comes to expert, we do have a target wind. It's sometimes we are, the reason we do have a target wind is to somewhat display to you what type of wind we feel would be causing the best possible result for us. So that's why in this case we have 6.5 to 8 miles per hour, which would be to mix between a Kingmaker and any type of wind for power 3 ball, like a Kingslayer for an example. BPR table on the right hand side, you can see there that we are playing a 1-to-1, and obviously that's not going to be the case all the time, but there you have the wind and you also have the rings, so you don't have to use an application if you don't want to. We do have the pictures in the center, obviously. We do have the landing position picture. We always try to have a zoom in picture if the ball guideline is something for something that we do want to use in our setup. We have the spin box, obviously, to display in a visual way what type of spin, because frankly, 1.2 top spin could be different for me than it is for you. Then we do have on the bottom there, you can see another picture that is very new since for expert it is since last tournament, and then for our general use, kind of just a couple of months old, and that is a wind angle tweak box, or like wind angle tweak picture. It means that when you play a hole, especially a par 3, you are going to have different wind angles when you set up. And the reason that you, like on many par 3s where you can find, okay, I drop this one all the time, and then you have an occasional miss here and there, that could be most likely due to a different wind angle, and then it acts differently. So we do add, like we play these holes so much, so we do add wind angle tweaks, which basically is a plan for minor adjustment tweaks on what to do if the wind angle is indifferent. So you can see here, for an example, if you have the wind arrow pointing towards the red line or yellow line or blue line, we do have a plan. So the yellow line, we have no change. We do have baby underpower or baby overpower, depending on if it's red or blue. So always turn the wind arrow to 12 and look where your center line points, and that is your wind angle. And then you look, and then you decide to make those minor tweaks. Obviously, it sounds like this is gonna take a lot of time, but it's not gonna. And this is very, very important if you're going to fight amongst the top players in your division. Doesn't matter if it's pro, expert, or master. This is something that you're gonna have to at least start with to become a better player. And this is obviously something that you will see in our master guide as well, and in master we do have that on almost every single par 3 that we do offer. We never add it if we do feel that it's just a guess. When we add it, there's always an idea of that would help you improve. So a lot of talk about that par 3. We move on to a par 4 real quick, and here you can see that we do have made a new format here for the par 4, and that is something that is obviously along all the divisions here. The difference in this format compared to what we had before is that we have slimmed down when it comes to the text. We are still adding the same amount of data, it's just that it's displayed in a different way and a much more easier way to follow. So for an example, here you do have the different landing positions for the apocalypse that we do offer here. Then we do have the spin, we do have the adjustment, and we do have obviously curl and stuff like that if needed. The spin boxes will always be on the same place. The curl picture boxes will always be on the same place. The landing position boxes will also be on the same place. And you can see there as well that we do have an info box that gives you some additional note. We do also have target yardage that is on top on the landing position screenshot on the drive. And then obviously after spin, if the landing position screenshot is after spin, then we do have it there. So you can see here that we also have then separated the drive and the second shot. And the idea with that is when you play the drive, you don't want to sit there and read the drive notes while you are supposed to be focused on the second shot. And before in our guides, we do had all the text bundled, which was very hard then to kind of separate and have a smooth transition over to the second shot. And that is what we have done now. So we do have a line in the center. So once you have done the drive, then you just focus on 50% of the page instead of focusing on 100% of the page all the time, which has helped loads already, even though this is just new from one tournament ago. We do have the information there as well. We do have a yardage table. We always add the yardage table in different form if we feel that we do have it dialed in. So either a yardage table plus yardage table, rings from min table, you name it. Like there's so many different tables that we are using, and we always explain how to use it if you don't understand, obviously. Interesting thing as well, which is a minor thing, but something that we got suggested from our members, was to highlight the spin. So we, on every guide, we do highlight the spins for the drive for the second shot, but also the Powerball adjustment, which is, you can see there, as per yardage table, +5, and then P3. So we always highlight those things, so it's easy for you to locate those type of things, which often is the one things that is hard to remember when you go in and take your shot, because you're so focused on your landing position and stuff like that. So this is a par 4. The par 5 looks, you know, again, very similar to this. Let's go and take a look at one quickly here in Master. Here we do have something special when it comes to 3 VPR tables. The design is the same as I showed you on a par 3 in Expert, but here we work a lot in Master with, when it comes to the different wind angles, the way we work with here is that we do add or subtract adjustment to our shot instead of working with pull angles, working with you know, other type of elements that in our opinion would just confuse. We don't believe that a pull angle is going to be necessary many times, and therefore we are working with a 12 pull angle almost all the time, and making adjustment tweaks if necessary. And that's why we have 3 VPR table, and again, it's color coded. So if you turn your wind arrow to 12 and look where your center line points, then you will see that, let's say that it is the blue line, for an example. And then we go to the blue VPR table, and you read that number and use that number for your adjustment. It's often very minor differences between the lines, and sometimes there is no differences, but we feel it's our obligation to give you all the information, not just give you one way of playing the par 3 and then hope for the best. You know, we are past that, and I feel if we would be doing that, it's lazy. It means that we haven't spent enough time on that hole, and we haven't, in that case, spent you know, used the thing that we do have, our knowledge in the best possible way to give you the best possible information. That's what I was trying to say. Other than that, it's the same here for Expert, obviously, and also for Pro in that matter. But I wanted to show you a new VPR table that we're working with wind angle tweaks here. Looking at a send it shot here, it's something that we also spend a lot of time with. Just because you have send it to green one time doesn't mean that that's gonna be 100% on the green. There is also different wind angles when it comes to send it shots, and that's why we are often separating that in 2 types of wind angle. Which means that in this case, when we do play for green here in Master, the last tournament here, we had 2 types of push-up instructions. So depending on the wind strength, we were to push up to a certain plus yardage after our adjustment. And it might sound complicated, some people just want to grip it and rip it. But, you know, again, if you do that, you're never gonna be consistent when it comes to blast shot when you play in Master, especially. So then we did locate that we had 2 different wind angles. That was something that we could say, okay, then we know the adjustment for these 2 here. So what we did was that we had, obviously, color coded again. The red line, we call that a crosswind angle, or CW angle. And then we had a different push-up for that angle than what we had with a TW, which we call tailwind angle, the blue line. And therefore, you know, we had massive success on this one. I don't think that I missed it once. I don't think anyone in the team missed it at any point to send this one to green and get an easy eagle. And you know, then it becomes an easy eagle when we do have this worked through this much, which only comes down then to, obviously, if you hit a good right or a good left or something like that, then you're screwed. But in general, you're gonna have an easy time here on this send it shot. To show you a rings from min table, we work also in master a lot with, you know, if we are in min club, we work with rings from min, and then we're not just adding for rings from min for one specific club. We try to add for, you know, the main clubs, which is Hornet 9, Thor 9, and Falcon 7 and 8, to give you a way of being able to play this with a short iron that you prefer. I prefer the Falcon nowadays, even though I still love the Thorn, but there is plenty of players that do not have the Falcon level 7 plus, and we don't want that to be an issue when it comes to following our guides. So, when it comes to the tournament guides here, I want to be very clear with that we are obviously spending a lot of time on these guides, and that is something that you will notice. We do have Telegram chats, which we do recommend you to join. We do have a lot of time where we do spend in helping players to improve their game, and not just in a specific tournament, but overall. So joining with us will definitely help you become a better player. Let's take a look at our exclusive tour text guide and see how we can help you out in the tour that you are playing at the moment. So when it comes to our exclusive tour text guide, this is a new thing for us since the 1st of June, and it has been going really well. I have seen so many players reaching out, wanted to have the higher tour than what they were playing, due to that they maxed that out quickly with our guide. So we strongly recommend you to get one of our package and test it out, because we have had players that are world class on every single tour that we do provide. We provide Tour 7 to Tour 12 shootout guides. We also provide the regular course guide for Tour 9 up to Tour 12 as well, for those that are interested in that. But here we're going to focus on the shootout guides. And here you can see we do have specific links here. All of these are hyperlinks through the PDF. So especially the T9 chat is what I want you to focus on here, because if clicking that, you will get directly into our Telegram chat, where we do have a representative that will help you out if you do have any type of questions about a specific shot. You might wonder what happened there, and then that player can help you out and correct what's needed, or it can, in that case, send in for a tweak in the guide for next month. Because what we do is that when you, let's say here for the 1st of July, let's say that you get one of our packages, right? Okay, you get for T9, and then when when the month has ended and you go into August, you get to pick a new tour. Then you will also get all the updates that we made during the July month for the tour that you had before, like T9. So it's gonna be a process where we continuously feed you with the better guides that we do have here for tour. And especially when it comes to tour guide, the problem we do have with guides out there today is that they are very rarely updated, and that is something that we have been very focused on, that we are not just gonna send this out to those of you that are buying these guides. We are going to continuously update these guides as along with when we play and tweak and feel that we have a better adjustment for that shot. Could be just a minor thing like adding a 1 bar of left spin instead of not having a left spin, and would take us 1 yard closer to hole. We're gonna do that, and that's gonna help you loads. Proper version control, so you know which version of the guide it is. Here it says June, but it's July, but again, just for display's sake. Then we have a general advice page, which in this case display to you what adjustment, like what power ball these adjustments are made for. Also wind range, recommended ball, driver, what driver is preferred, and wood club, what is preferred. Then curl pictures to display what type of curl we want, if there is curl needed. Then we do have menu slide with easy to identify hole images to take you straight to the hole you need, saving you time. So for an example, let's say that I'm gonna play Parc de Paris, hole number 2, the first one here. Then I click on that one, and I'm getting redirected directly to that specific shootout. So here you have an example where you do have this home button. If I press on this one, I go directly to this page again. So I can easily navigate from where I was to where I came from. So in the end, then when you have the landing spots, nearly always before spin. And the reason we have it that way is because if you come into a shootout and the guide would say, okay, in that one you're gonna play 3 bars of backspin, 2 bars of left spin, but in that one you're gonna play that way, and the landing position screenshot is with one specific spin, that's just gonna be messed up. So we are focusing to have almost every, so far I think we have 1 or 2 that is with spin because it requires that, but the rest of them landing positions are before spin. Helps you to identify the landing spot quicker, and it helps us simplify the way you set it up, and then you not have to feel rushed and pressured, and then you will have a better outcome. Whole overview and landing spots, says itself, speaks for itself really. 8 win specific info boxes give you adjustment, spin and curl. You can see these boxes here in kind of bright yellow. Key written advice and instructions, easy to follow as well. So this is the shootout guide that we do have, and trust me, I follow them myself. Without them, I would be so. I'm not a super duper good tour player, but if I'm following them, I'm gonna win more than I lose, and that's what we want for you as well. That you win more than you lose, you build bank, and you also progress in the game, and that obviously is going to be much more fun. So then we do have the exclusive tour text guide for those of you that are looking for tournament and tour text guides. You go to the diamond packages on Patreon. For those of you that are looking for only tour guides, then you go to exclusive tour text guide packages. For those of you that are looking for tournament guides only, then you go to the ultimate tournament guide packages. Then we have other packages as well that you can read about, which is, for those of you that might just want to test out the service, with a little bit of extra content, can see what it goes for and stuff like that, website access pass, general tournament text guides and stuff like that. But again, we have it all, best of both worlds. You can find, once again, patreon.com/golf-tommy, link directly in the description down below. Thank you so much everybody for watching this promotional video for our guides, for the tournament guides and also the tour guides here for patreon.com/golf-tommy. Once again, the link directly in the description down below. Have in mind that this is not something you are forced to get. I will still continue to do all of the free content that I do. But this is a way for you to maybe progress a little bit faster, maybe take a little bit of an extra step already to get one of these guides, because there is obviously an answer to why we have had over 2,000 players using our guides for many months, and that is because they work. And in the end, having a guide doesn't mean that you will get the best play in the world directly, but with a great guide and great coaching, you will slowly progress. And some people will quickly progress, but you will progress and you will then become a better player and you will have a much more fun time in the game. Again, if you have any type of questions, please let us know through support@golf-tommy.com, and we will be happy to answer whatever question you may have before you sign up. In the end though, once again, thank you so much for watching, and a massive good luck to everyone out there in your Golf Clash game.